the globalist agenda, we know, requires countries to fund these forever wars. Wars where the goal is not clear and decisive and quick victory. The globalists want this, not only because it weakens individual nations, but because it costs a lot of money. And particularly, it costs the United States a lot of money. So as long as we have this protracted war between Russia and Ukraine, I mean, what, we all thought it would last a week at the beginning? How many months into it are we now? As long as we have this forever war in Ukraine, the United States is going to keep spending money. They're going to keep sending billions and billions and billions of dollars over to Zelensky. And this is modern monetary theory, right? You guys remember we talked about this a couple months ago because we talked about how the Biden administration, with all of their COVID, quote unquote, relief packages or recovery packages or whatever they were calling them, how Biden had embraced a woman in his administration named Stephanie Kelton. Stephanie Kelton is one of the biggest proponents of modern monetary theory, which essentially the theory itself is just if you as a government are the issuer of a currency, as the United States is, we issue the dollar. If you are a currency issuer, then when you need money to spend, you don't have to rely on Congress to appropriate that money or Congress to levy taxes on the American people to fund your projects. Just print the money you need and spend that money that you've printed. The modern monetary theory says debts don't matter, deficits don't matter. Essentially, the deficit is just a historical record of the spending. Now, this is obviously totally bananas, but the way that it ties in here is if the government is simply printing money they need versus Congress levying taxes on us to raise the money for Congress to appropriate for the executive branch to spend, then why do we pay taxes? Like, why is part of my paycheck going to the Biden administration every week if they don't really need the tax money because they're printing the money that they're actually spending? And this is where the social engineering of modern monetary theory comes into play here. So the government under modern monetary theory will continue to spend or will continue to tax us. But the reason they do that is, first of all, they want to force us to continue to use government-issued currency. Otherwise, because they're printing so much and spending it, it devalues, and we would sort of naturally gravitate toward some other alternative currency, whether it's gold or silver or cryptocurrency or whatever, maybe currency of another nation. It forces us to continue to use U.S. government-issued currency because we have to then pay taxes in American currency. But more importantly, to the social engineering agenda of the left, levying taxes on us under modern monetary theory is essentially redistribution of wealth. It's a mechanism of control. Whether it's sin taxes, whether it's penalty, whether it's incentivizing. Taxes are then levied not for the money, but in order to coerce and control the American people.